Hello and welcome to a random game night. It's just gonna be a chill, quick little session of game. Let's go ahead and turn on the visuals. Alright. So today, actual game. Today we're playing Citizen Sleeper. It's on my family store. One of my friends has it, so I'm gonna play it. I don't know what it's about. I just chose a random game, so we'll see. Machinist. A machinist repairs and modifies automated systems using industrial resource extraction. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured people. +1 in engineer, -1 in engage. Perk efficient extractor, chance to gain random scrap item on engineer action. Cryo on interface actions. I already read this one. This one's operator. An operator works with drones and high precision remote machines to perform complex tasks from a distance. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. Extractors work on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self-sufficient, and have a high level of endurance. Perk photosynthetic skin. Sunbathed dice action allows energy recovery at home. I'm just gonna go with you know what? I'm gonna go with extractor. I don't know if these are like levels or like difficult. I mean, these might just be difficulties, and I might have just chosen hard mode. Unknown. Where are you? The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect. What? The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Think of that body. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach until you can't tell one from the other. The cold slips in behind and around you, and the sensation fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dulled nature of this new body. Given your current circumstances, the walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard, your back and face cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain, at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message, delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning, delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. with the plan. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but then your options were limited, and once you got the itch to get out by any means possible, it was either the plan or something much worse. It was at least simple: collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into cargo processing, seal yourselves into containers, then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft, others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers, but the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock, even if in the airless hold of a freighter you might freeze solid long before you reach any destination. At rest. But you are restless. It has been a long time since you left, surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving an energy as much as possible, but your body has still need to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. The cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth, not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor, sound too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. And what as the cold softer and softer until in a haze of dirty yellow and a figure appears. You are out. And I'm out. Dragos. It has been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of a scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. Okay, so this guy's saving me. Where's chat? I don't actually have chat with him. Alright. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges, where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, sleeper, you all thawed out yet? Oh, I know. So, sleeper, you all thawed yet? Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better perseverance in sub-zero vac. See more than a few of you frozen solid to hold plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech, his headset with its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator on his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones, purchased, its irising eye locking you with an unflinching stare. The last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. You struggled to read his expression breathe beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Or perhaps he is just figuring out what to do with you. I plan to survive. You aren't sure if he hears you. I won't ask what led you to do it. To sell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now. And you are just software, a rogue emulation, illegally possessing corporate property. You're not alone. You remember biometrically signing forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. SNR wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep hold of you, well then no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it. The other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them, and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? But for now, sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. The eye is the best place you could be right now. The eye. Holy shit, this is shit that I'm talking. Oh. Haven't talked like this in forever. Alright. The station, you'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There is an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside of you. Emotion, fatigue. You shakily get on your feet. Nod. Alright. You head up there. You head on up there. You look like you need some rest. And with that, Drago stalks back into the wrecks. His drones already converging on a rusting hulk. Plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Tutorial introduction. Welcome to Erdling's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Select locations by clicking on their icon. End cycle. Alright. I'm streaming on Twitch, I just realized. You wait curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. And for all this time you still find this body, the one you awaken now, strange and disjointed. Its messages readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? Escape? Getting answers? Living life? Maybe you did get lucky, finding yourself here. Maybe here, on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. But before you can build anything, you'll need to learn to survive. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Fraggles has left a few comforts in the container: the mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded statues of some desiccated powder. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you, a ring like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. Web of threads pulling at your skin, constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns burning into your mind. Nice stream down to play together sometime. My Discord, Kingdom 11. I don't know if this game's multiplayer. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you finish drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best as you can. Try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Right? Tutorial condition, action dice, energy. Condition. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. Depletes by one segment each cycle, but can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. You also need to eat to survive. This is represented by your energy bar. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. From starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at a double rate per cycle. So my energy will deplete by 2 each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss. Oh shit. So if I get to starving, it'll start affecting my condition. Okay. And when my condition is low, my action dice are low. My action dice is affected by my condition. Okay. That's not that bad. So if I'm getting it right, action dice is affected by condition. Condition is affected by general stuff, by energy, by starving. So I have to keep my energy up to keep my condition up in order to keep my action up. Okay. Yeah, no, I get it. So what, this one's... is still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it is implanted. The drone sits on his shoulder, its cache of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? What is my condition? So, this is my condition. I don't know, man. Like 1, 2, 3, but then what's this one? What's the fourth one? Got already done. Not good. Trip straggles nod. Do you notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches? I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses, so I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Sure. Alright then, he nods. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these hold holes down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealer for cryo. Occasionally we pull out some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to the manual labor, and obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Chits? These? He pulls out a handful of small metal bars, air-walled cryo isolated from the market. It's what we use for trade out here. He stuffs them back in the pocket. That's our currency. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this in my opinion. You'd be best suited moving on as quick as you can. And sleepers, well, he trails off. But things being the way they are for me, yard, he pauses. You need the help. Happy to. Okay, he pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you are feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away. The drone, hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Drago's yard, empty container. Extractor view character. Alright, so this is me. One upgrade point is the cost, right? Like, what do I have that's minus? Oh, yeah. Awareness. Damn. Alright. So I go to here. Actions are the primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, click and drag your chosen action dice to the slot. Repeatable action. Hold this dissection. Even the rustiest hole can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully. So I input my dice here. Okay. Actions reward you with clock, progress, energy, condition, or items, depending on their outcome. There are 3 types of outcome: positive, the action goes better than expected; neutral, the action succeeds, the action fails; 100% chance positive, neutral, and what's risky? Oh. One type, either critical or repeatable. Critical actions. Critical or repeatable. Critical actions can only be performed once. Oh wait, holy shit. Actions display information about their type, risk level, and the skill and modifier that apply to that action. Repeatable action. Okay. Danger. Or cryo. Risky. Negative outcome means cryo or energy loss. So I want to do something safe. Skill that this action requires either engineer interface into it or engage. Either added to the action dice when slotted and improves value. Some actions require a +1 to perform. Okay then. What should I do? This one? Oh no. Maybe I should do this. Adept called in. So why do I just do that? Okay. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracked to Dragos' death, are cycle clocks. These clocks take themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on the icon for that location. Damn. Got Ted Cryo. Oh. This one's safe. Oh shit. You will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself, and the world drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives. Depending on which path you wish to take, you can track drives, and any tracked drive will place a yellow marker on locations that will help you pursue your goal. Access your drive menu via the arrow buttons at the bottom left of the screen. The top left. Okay. You are now free to explore Erlin's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to keep your energy up and a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home when you are out of dice. Okay. Use the mouse wheel or W and S to scroll along the station. Rotate the view with A and D. Good luck. A. That's good. Find a doctor. Survive. Toggle tracking. So what do I do now? Complete? No. I'm good. Okay, so now I need to step out of here. Okay, there you go. Shipyard. Oh. Okay then. I want to go over here though. Okay, as for directions, explore the market. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot. Bad with talking to people. Ah, damn it. Should I just... Fuck. I need to find a doctor though. So we're doing this one. Hey. How about on rolls? Some doctor. Here we go. Next comes the call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the opened apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. We are thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you are here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips the decaying padlock. They have all made the long queue a test of your nerve, but your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, your body will. You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Look inside. Look at the enforcer. Look at the inside. Lean against the door frame and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by the green indicators of stacks of sealed containers. You lean in and see amber light flittering through a far doorway, screened with plastic sheeting beyond which blurred shapes move. The slap of the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake. Wait your turn, he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch a distant voice. Send the next one in, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market-sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and for a moment you are transfixed by the motion. Come sit, calls a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns as they do. You see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink and then quickly regain their composure. Please sit. They gesture to the bed, then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns. Oh, it's Sabine? Sabine. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression. When you first entered, fear, recognition, sadness unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been on the station? They ask, the scanner still to their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying, they say, without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNARP doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose, to prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping. They built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which SNARP remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? Yes. Good. That may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Sabine says, and you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm, and SNRP has no reason to release stabilizers into the market. Spine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this is of use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something, anything. I think it's Sabine. I'm gonna say Sabine instead. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help. They sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes. Hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside. You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yatagan. Yatagan. They are influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yatagan has connections, smugglers from the starboard belt, mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes, complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Why help me? Yeah, why help me? That's a good question. Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drums. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights on the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Guess we're getting help. But I am out of rolls, so Memphis is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red fleck dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattled in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payments. Approach. You join the queue. It's mostly made of off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vest. Motherfucker. Hold on.